Now I'm going to set up the PLKJV project in my Paratext and then share it with colleagues so we can practice consulting and translating and checking. Okay, the first step is I need to download the PLKJV zip file. Actually, I've already done that, but after the download, in Paratext, I go to the File menu and I say Restore Project from File. Now I find where I downloaded the zip file. It should be called PLKJV zip, and I say Open. Paratext shows me what's in the file, so I'll click OK. And I now have this project installed in my Paratext. Now, word of caution here, when you're the best way to share projects with other users is the send receive function that we'll soon be demonstrating. The backup to file and the restore to file is a command that was in earlier versions of Paratext, and they can be very dangerous for projects if send and receive has been set up. Doing backups and restores can suppress project history or corrupt files. So avoid doing that unless you know what you're doing or you've been told to do so by a Paratext professional. Okay, so now I want to set up my project for sending and receiving. So I go to Project and I have to define users, roles, and permissions for this project. And the first stage is I have to answer these 4 questions. To set up project users, please confirm that the following steps have been completed. I am the main administrator of this project. Yes. I have the most up-to-date and authoritative copy of the text of PLKJV on my machine. Yes, I have the Paratext registration names for the people I want to share this project with. Yes, and I have received training on project sharing. Hopefully watching these videos or going through this tutorial will constitute training in project sharing. So I'll click OK. And now it's entered the list of project users. My name is there as an administrator. So I want to add my team members. I'll click Add User. I'll add the Paratext demo user. And it says that person has been added, and use change role to specify their role in the project. The default role is an observer, which means they can get the project but they can't make any changes to it. Okay, Paratext demo, I'm going to make a translator. And so that he can edit books, I'm going to assign Matthew and Mark. Now, Paratext has changed the role to translator and showing the editable books of Matthew and Mark. There in red letters, this is a warning saying that there's a potential of conflict here because I, the administrator, can also edit Matthew and Mark. And if we edit in the same verse at the same time and then do a send and receive, we may end up wiping out each other's changes or creating a conflict. Okay, I can add another user. I'll add Paratext demo 2. Okay, he's been added to the list. Now I want to change his role to consultant. Now the difference between a consultant and an observer is that consultants, reviewer, archivist, typesetters so they can add notes to the project. They can't change the text, but they can add notes. Okay, so I'm done adding users now, so I'll click OK. Paratext will tell me I must do a send and receive for any changes to take effect, and then it will bring up the send and receive dialog. Okay, I don't want to connect to that network folder anymore. I want to share to the USB drive. Now, here's one thing when you're sharing with the USB drive you need to be careful to do. Before you bring up the send and receive dialog, you need to have your USB drive in the computer. If you bring up this dialog and you don't have your USB drive in the computer, you won't be able to select USB drive. And if you put your USB drive in the computer while this dialog is sitting there, Paratext won't detect that it's there, and so it won't activate the USB drive choice. Okay, so I'm saying send and receive. I'm going to send to the USB drive, and I've selected the project I want to send is PLKJV. So now I click send receive, and Paratext will work. Okay, it's informed me that it sent the changes. They're on the USB stick now, and no new changes have been received from others.